Cicada is a picture book published in 2018, written and illustrated by Sean Tan. Tan uses a cicada to represent a migrant worker experiencing communication barriers and the prejudice of mainstream society against such disempowered individuals who have anonymous human experiences. The abuse of power and control is represented in Sean Tan's Cicada, highlighting the way this impacts human experience, displayed through his horrendous and inhumane working conditions. Seated at a desk in the center of partitions creates a maze-like structure of Cicada's workplace, highlighting the dire, sterile and scheduled environment in which Cicada sits and completes work for 17-year no sick day. Through this stylistic choice, strong emotions of isolation and the sense of being trapped are strongly portrayed. The illustrator keeps these powerful authorities anonymous, just like Big Brother and his totalitarian domination within 1984. Cicada's commitment to his work is controlled by the authorities, illustrated through human never finish work, Cicada always stay late, finish work. The apostrophe of the word work highlights the domination within this human experience, whilst representing the double standards and hypocrisy that Cicada experiences. Cicada is exposed into a world where he is seen differently, as he is considered as an outsider in the eyes of the humans, of which are higher within the hierarchy of power. Tan's use of the maze establishes challenges of the human experience, as Cicada is trapped in the obscure and lonely hostile environment. Within the image of the maze, the long shot shows the perspective of surveillance over Cicada, who is positioned centrally and small, thus suggesting the perspective of a surveillance camera, revealing the power and control within Cicada's workplace. Could you imagine not being allowed to use the bathroom within your workplace? Well, in Tan's book Cicada, this is the anonymous experience of Cicada. The act of being banned from the bathroom in his workplace and going downtown to use the public facilities represents the collective anonymous experience of migrant workers or other marginalized groups who are denied basic human rights and freedoms. Tan uses this representation to challenge assumptions that migrants and outsiders are less than in terms of their intelligence and their emotions. Have you ever felt as though you have been brainwashed to believe someone else's point of view? If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face. This famous quote from 1984 directly reflects Cicada's anonymous experience of getting violently stomped on by workers dressed in suits at work. The image shows Cicada in a vulnerable position, paired with the line, "Human co-worker no like Cicada, thinks Cicada stupid." This illustrates Cicada's individual experience of being an outsider, experiencing bullying within the workplace. The framing of the image with the absence of colour and human faces shows the lack of feelings and empathy towards Cicada and the collective experience that many other outsiders or migrants face within society. Tan's use of imperfect and disjointed English through Cicada's voice represents the migrant's experience and the way others make assumptions about them. By representing the complexities of Cicada's emotions, Tan encourages empathy in responders, challenging assumptions about outsiders within society. Have you ever wanted to run away and change your identity just to seek some freedom? Cicada did just that. After working for 17 years, his experiences of discrimination and oppression shaped his motivation to finally seek freedom. In an image depicting the opening of Cicada's shell, a metamorphosis change symbolizes his way of seeking freedom. As the shell opens, there is an introduction of a warm color palette for the first time throughout the book, symbolizing Cicada's vitality, freedom, and hope for his future, thus raising the idea that we shouldn't judge others based on their appearance, as Cicada's facade of difference hides a deep and rich inner beauty. Metaphorically, this represents a person coming out of their shell and finally seeking the confidence to speak up and make a move for what they believe is right. Tan incorporates a variety of visual and written techniques, effectively portraying the perspective of an outsider through the use of a cicada and his anonymous experience within a human environment.